Hi everyone, how are you doing today? As you can see, I am here doing a diamond painting with me video. I hope you're all doing well. I am doing exceptionally well. I am really enjoying diamond painting, getting lots done. I'm going to move here and show you real quick, and then we'll come back and continue diamond painting, but I think you're all going to want to see my progress to date because we have not seen since last week any progress. So here is, I'm going to move the camera so you can all see where we are to date on the diamond painting. And oh, there's the, so here is, we're going to have to scroll because I can't get far enough out for the entire thing. And there is how far I have done on the diamond painting, and that's where we're up to today. So as you can see, I only have a little bit left to go on this row. And the top row of this page will be, or of this project will be complete. And there you just saw my entire chest and stomach. Let me go ahead and move you back so you can see where we are currently working. There we go. Get the light back up. I hope you're all getting lots of progress on your paintings or stitching or whatever craft that you are currently working on. I have been very productive this week on all of my crafts, my stitching and my diamond painting, even though I have not had a lot of time to devote. There's a couple days this last week I didn't even get to do anything at all because of life getting in the way. But that's okay because, you know, life is just as important as our crafting, and we have to take time to do those things as well. So as you can see, I am going to be mainly working in this section here and then up through here today on this lighter blue color. We're still working in the clouds, but I think once this row is done, there's still going to be more blue of the clouds, but then we will get to start looking at more detail of the buildings in the coming row because the taller buildings will be coming into play in the next section of the painting. Some initial takeaways from the little over 1 week that I have been diamond painting with this kit. As you have already seen, I think if you've watched my previous video, I did put up a video on Loctite versus the wax from the kits. While I like the wax from the kits, I do prefer the Loctite just because it gives you a little bit more versatility, as not having to reload the pen as quickly. And also it keeps the, as I say, and I have to go and reload the pen, but that's okay. It does also have, it doesn't leave much residue on the diamonds once they're placed, whereas the kit wax, I've noticed, at least with what I have been provided in the kit, the wax from the kit that I received, leaves a oily, waxy residue on pretty much all the diamonds that I place. Now, obviously, that's not a huge problem. You can just wipe that off when you're done. But I prefer, it's just less work in the end. Also, you don't have to I think I might have already mentioned this. You don't have to reload the pen as often, so you can work for a longer period of time without having to stop and reconfigure everything. And so when you're working in a heavy one color area like I have been doing with these blues, it's nice to be able to just put on a TV show or a podcast, get your diamonds out and go to town and not have to worry about constantly reloading the pen. Some other initial takeaways so far is I've noticed, and maybe this is just standard and I have high quality standards, or maybe it's the diamonds in this kit, but it seems like the ones that I have previously placed farther down here, I'm constantly having to go back and push down, and I don't know if that is because a lot of them seem to have hollowed out bottoms, and so now, I don't think in the long run it's going to be a big deal because I'm going to frame this under glass. But I'm wondering if maybe the quality of diamonds in this kit is not as good as other companies. I don't know, as this is the only kit I have. So until I get another kit, I have nothing to compare with. But other than those two things, I am very pleased with how this is coming along so far. I've noticed the detail in the clouds and the coloring, and everything seems to be working out very nicely so far. So I'm hoping when I get down to the buildings itself that the quality of the detail really shines through. Thank you all for the outpouring of support and kindness you've shown on my channel since I initiated these new videos. I've been blown away by the amount of subscriber increase that I've had and the amount of views. I have never had a video that has had so many views than in such a short amount of time than my first paint with me video that I put up last week. And so I really thank you all for the kindness and excitement you've shown towards these videos, and I hope that you will continue to enjoy my videos. Whoops, that was an accident. But I do really enjoy making them, and these videos are super easy to make for me because it's very simple to talk while working on diamond painting, because you don't have to think about counting or worrying about the thread knotting up or anything like that. It's just, pick up the diamond, place the diamond, pick up the diamond, place the diamond. It's very nice and simple and relaxing. So many of you have given me lots of great tips and tricks in the comments and videos to go watch. I know there's even been a few of you that have suggested that I go check out Citurista, Danielle. Hi, Danielle. Which is funny because Danielle and I are good friends and have actually even recorded videos together on my channel. So that's cool. And my question for you all today is, if you make diamond painting videos and are currently watching my video, I would love for you to post your channel below so that I could go check it out. There's just a few that I am currently watching. I would love to find some more to see how you do your craft and what kind of paintings you are currently working on. Just so I can build my subscriber base that I subscribe to and can go check out. So if you make YouTube videos for diamond painting, please put in the comments below, and if you can link your channel, even better, so I can, and maybe other viewers can go check your channel out as well. That would be great. So I can have some time whenever I'm diamond painting that I could even watch and check out your channel. I've been doing a lot of Hulu watching while I've been diamond painting, as well as some podcasts that you all have recommended. I appreciate that. Lots of good suggestions on last week's video for what to watch and what to listen to. When I've been cross stitching, I have been watching, and I'm actually I just started, and I'm already on to the second season of Handmaid's Tale, because I just recently got a subscription to, actually my brother gave me a profile on his Hulu account so I can watch A Handmaid's Tale. So I've been vigorously watching and catching up on Handmaid's Tale, which I really enjoy. And so but I can't watch that while I'm diamond painting because I have to be able to look down most of the time to diamond paint. So when I'm stitching, I can focus more readily on the TV show and not so much on the stitching, and it's just easier for me to watch a show like that. So when I'm diamond painting, I've been doing more shows, and I've actually been binge watching Hoarders. And I think one reason why, I know most people I know can't handle watching Hoarders, because it's just makes them anxious. But I think for me, it just reinforces the fact that my OCDs of cleanliness and organization is justified. And I don't mean OCDs in the clinical, just more of like my preferences to orderliness and organization. So yeah, I think it just makes me feel a little bit more justified to the fact that um, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I know for I working in a I think it also I enjoy watching it because working in a special needs environment with a special education school, I find the whole debilitating illness of or disease or however you want to classify hoarding interesting, and how somebody can devolve into such a state to cope with certain issues. Very interesting. So that is what I've been watching in the last week while diamond painting. So what I've been doing to split my time is I will typically come home from work. I will either choose if I want to stitch or diamond paint first, depending upon how I feel when I get home. And I will do a few hours of one and then switch to the other and then do a few hours of the other. Because that's usually what I would do anyways, is come home and stitch the entire night if I didn't have any plans. So instead of just doing one craft, I will split my time between the two now. And I'm kind of enjoying that because I'm able to, I don't get so bored of, I don't want to say bored, but I don't get so maybe restless of doing the same thing all night. So it's a nice change in a change of pace mid evening. So that is an enjoyable change of pace. So what I thought I would do for you today, since I asked last week what kind of conversation you'd like to hear from me, and I know many of you are new viewers and here strictly for diamond painting, so I thought I would do a get to know you tag for so all of you can get to know me a little bit better. I know if you are a cross stitcher that follows me on my with my floss tube videos, then you will have already heard these questions. But because I am going to use one of our needleworking tags that I have already answered the questions to, but I think this is just a great way to for all of you new or returning to refresh and recap and get to know the person that you're listening to. So this is the get to know your needleworker or know your needleworker tag for FlossTube. And this is by Trisha the Left-Handed Stitcher, who does have a YouTube channel. And since this is for diamond painting, we are going to call it the get to know your diamond painter tag. So the number one question is, where do you live? I live in southern New Jersey, just about 10 miles outside of, I think it's about 10 miles. 10 miles outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So I am on the New Jersey side. I live in the suburbs of, I guess you could say, Camden, I've lived here for about 4 years now, going on 4 years now. I'm originally from northwestern Pennsylvania, so I will use a lot of Western Pennsylvania terminology and verbiage and vocabulary. So that is why you might think that I'm from the Midwest instead of where I am from, where I currently live. So yes, I live in South New Jersey, just outside of Philadelphia. What do you do for a living? I think I said this in my last video last week. I am a special education, well, now I am the vocational coordinator at my special education school. I was formerly a special education teacher, but currently I am in charge of all the vocational sites for our transition program, which means that our students are learning vocational skills to better prepare them for post-graduation placement. And so it is my job to organize and facilitate the skill building for those vocational placements, as well as to ensure that we have adequate resources and job sites for those internships. So I primarily meet with offsite locations to build rapport with them so that we can get students out to working with them. I meet with teachers to facilitate what is best for the student. I administer vocational preference assessments, and I observe samplings to ensure that the student has the proper skills in order to continue the job, the internship as prescribed, and all that kind of good stuff. So I have a multifaceted position, but it's a lot of fun, and I am learning a lot in the new position. Okay, do you have any children? I do not have any children. I live alone, so I do not have any children. I do not plan on having any children. I do not care to have any children. Just not something I want. Do you have any pets? Yes, I do have a pet. It's not an indoor pet, though. I have an outdoor pet, and I think a lot of you who watch my FlossTube channels know, and you're probably already saying his name. I have a pet squirrel who is not really my pet. I think he's more my buddy and my friend. He is a local squirrel that comes to my balcony, and I will feed him every once in a while, and we have a good rapport together, and he comes and watches YouTube channels on my through my screen sliding door with me, and we have a lot of fun together. And he will make featured appearances on my channel every once in a while. So be on the lookout for Geo every once in a while. But through this hot summer months, I have not seen him as much. I think part of that is because I have been keeping the blinds closed to keep the heat out of my house. So when the blinds are shut, he has not been coming because I don't think he thinks I'm here. Okay. What are your other hobbies besides diamond painting? Well, I cross stitch. And I have, I guess you could say I enjoy gardening. Gardening, but since I don't have a yard and my patio is too hot, my balcony is too hot for outdoor plants, I have a number of indoor plants that I like to maintain. So I have 2 orchids. I have a bonsai tree that is not doing that well right now, but I'm hoping I'm babying it to come back. And I have I have 3 orchids. I have 2 of one kind and 1 of another. I have a bonsai and I have a Christmas cactus. My indoor plants are doing exceptionally well, and I think it's because of the type of sunlight. I get an overabundance of afternoon sun, and so they get lots and lots and lots of sunlight in my dining room window all afternoon, which is wonderful for the plants, horrible for the air conditioning bill in the summer. But that's about it. Stitching, I am learning to knit. I have not touched my knitting in quite a long time. I got kind of frustrated with it last month and haven't touched it since. And I do need to get back to it, but I have not touched it. And so stitching, knitting, diamond painting, and a little bit of indoor gardening. What is your favorite movie? This one is always a hard one because I'm not a big favorite movie kind of person. I don't have like a favorite. I have a number of movies that I really enjoy, but I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite. So I think I'm going to say my favorite movie is, I think when I said this before, I said my favorite movie was Sister Act, which is probably true when it comes to comedies. My favorite movie as far as, I don't know. I like Hunger Games. I like Lord of the Rings. I like The Hobbit. Those are the types of movies I like. So I'm not quite sure if I actually have a favorite movie. I'm not the type of person that will have a favorite movie and watch it over and over and over and over again. That's not my type of thing to do. Like, I will rewatch a movie, but it's going to have a number of years or months or, you know, a long time in between before I watch it again. So, what is your favorite TV show? It used to be The Simpsons. I used to love watching The Simpsons. I really like Joe Kenda, Homicide Hunter. Is that what it's called? Homicide Hunter? That's on the ID channel, Investigation Discovery. Of course, I don't get that channel because I don't pay for a huge package of a huge cable package because I just don't watch cable. but I really am liking a number of different TV shows that Amazon Prime and Netflix and Hulu are now putting out. So those are more, that's why I watch those the most at this point in time. What is your favorite book? Now that's an easy one. I can tell you what my favorite book is. My favorite book is, and again, it's I'm not I don't reread books. I read it one time and I'm done. Is Ken Follett's The Pillars of the Earth. And it's about the construction of a cathedral in the 1200s in England, and the lives surrounding the people and the lives of the people involved in the construction of that cathedral and the town that cathedral is an integral part of. And now there is, I've read the second book, which was very, very good, and I have the third book I still need to read, but I just have not read a book in a very long time. So, what is your favorite music? My favorite music, I'm very eclectic when it comes to music. I like all kinds of music, except I'm not a huge rap fan. I do like country music, older country music, not so much the new pop music, pop country music, but I like it all. My favorite composer is Johann Sebastian Bach, and my favorite instrument is the pipe organ. But I'm typically like an alternative rock type person. I like Bastille and Three Doors Down and Trapped and those kind of bands. And finally, what one word best describes you? I would probably say organized. I am I think before I said concrete. I am a very concrete thinker. I am very black and white kind of thinker. Everything, there's not, the way I think, there's not a gray area. It's usually black and white, but I'm getting better about having gray areas. But I would say if I was able to pick a second word, I would say organized. Concrete and organized. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be back again next week for another video, another Paint With Me video. I'm hoping to make these a regular weekly event. And I'm going to go ahead and finish out this color, let the music play out, and I will see you next time. And don't forget to always be creative.
yeah, yeah.